guys, and welcome to the Bayern View. Hope you guys are all doing well. Hopefully everyone is okay. Charlie is in the background before anyone says, why is he not here, blah, 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 blah. No, I'm late. The reason I'm late, well, actually, it's because of the missus. But anyway, we move. Big up to everybody, though. Smash the likes, hit the subscribe button, as always. And, obviously, you can see the news. Mathys Tel has rejected Tottenham. Charlie is a Tottenham fan, so we're going to get his opinion on it in just a second. I won't keep him waiting too long. And, we'll talk about that, so on and so forth. His link is in the title. Go over and subscribe to him, please. He doesn't just do Tottenham content, generally speaking, as you could probably see by his name, no filter. He generally does all things, to the point where when Bayern lost once, I went on his channel and they were talking about Champions League and him and 10 were ripping us. But hey, man, it's all love, isn't it? But anyway, let's just quickly put this to the screen just so you can see it just for 1 second, and then I'll bring him in straight away. So basically, just saying that this was 3 hours ago. Daniel Levy is expecting a decision from Mathys Tel today. Blah 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 blah. And yeah, basically this afternoon to meet with the player and convince him. Then straight away we get that he has rejected Tottenham. Talks with other Premier League clubs that are ongoing. He's decided to reject Tottenham's offer and inform them, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, I really don't know what's going on. Literally, news just come in right this second saying something about Man United getting him. I don't know. But anyway, let's just get that off the screen. Let's go with the two and let's bring him in. How you doing, bro?
Big up, Liam. Yeah, all good. Happy to, I believe, make my debut on the Bayern View. If you haven't already, subscribe to Liam. Great guy, great channel. Everything Bayern Munich. And subscribe to No Filter FC, of course, if you haven't already. Like Liam said, talking all football stuff over there. So should be an interesting show today. My club in the mud for I've lost count of how many times that is this season. But yeah, happy to be here. And can't wait to get into it.
Yeah, no, 100, bro. Big up to you. And like you said, go over and check his channel out. Generally speaking, it's not generally just Tottenham. It's all to do with football as a whole, all different leagues as well, by the way, not just the Prem. So yeah, what we'll just get straight into it. What do you think of this whole Mathys Tel saga? Like before we talk about necessarily him rejecting you, like, did you want him? Did you not want him? What do you think?
So that's an interesting one. I mean, with Mathys Tel, he's somebody that I've rated like at Bayern. I remember last season, every time he came off the bench, it felt like he scored a goal. Last season, he was really good, can play left wing, can play up front. Very young player. I believe you signed him from Rennes not so long ago, like a couple of years ago. And look, he just hasn't quite got the game time at Bayern. But I think that having seen bits and pieces of him here or there, he's got great attributes. He's quick. He can finish. This season, look, I think he's got even less game time, which is why I don't think he scored a goal in Bundesliga this season. But Tel, still quite raw, but for me, a really good player. And I think that whoever picks him up, I think is getting a good option. Adds versatility up front. So for me, look, if I was Bayern, I'd be trying to keep him, to be honest. I'd be trying to loan him out with no like option or obligation. Because I think, look, he's 19. I think he's shown that he's ready for the top level. He's not kind of one of these. I know he's a bit raw, but he's not one of these kind of kids that still has like all this developing to do. Tel, I think, is somewhat a ready-made player. And I think that can play left wing, can play out front. I'm a fan of the player. I really am.
Yeah, no, 1,000. What do you think of the 60 million price tag, though? Yeah, that's too much.
60 million. It's hard to kind of look at it because I think just in general in football, the transfer fees, they're so inflated. I mean, just Declan Rice, 100 million. I always go back to it. He's not even worth half of that. You look at other ones as well, like, was it Caicedo, 100 million? Nunes, 90 million. It's like all these transfer fees are inflated. And with Tel, look, 60 million for a 19-year-old. Look, if the Spurs deal went through, I would have taken it. At the end of the day, it's not my money. So, like, I don't really care how much people might say, oh, we're overpaying, which is true to an extent. But, look, honestly, if we get a player that I think is good, I don't care too much about the money. If I believe the player's not good and we spent this money, I'm like, yeah, like, what we doing here? But I rate Tel, like I said. And 60 million, is he worth that right now? Probably not. But I would have taken it. I wouldn't have had any complaints, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think obviously you're not buying a player for necessarily his goal scoring record. Obviously, you want him to score goals, obviously, but you're basically paying that sort of money for the age, aren't you? You know, he's only 19 years old. You know,
Yeah, well, this is the thing, right? This is what we've been doing. We've signed a lot of 19, 18-year-olds, which I think, I'm not saying they're bad players, but we've literally neglected our first team pretty much. However, Tel, I think, is a different case because I think Tel he's more, from what I've seen, he's more ready-made than a lot of the people we've signed. But yeah, for me, a player that I think, look, if he gets game time, then I think he can become a top player.
Yeah, no, 1,000. Big up, Zia. How you doing, my G? Big up, man.
Big up, Ahmed.
Of course you would. But to be honest, why we not using him? Yeah, 1,000%. Dumb, stupidly. I have a really off-topic and random question.
Go for it.
And generally, just give me your first reaction. Would you take Vincent Kompany at Tottenham?
There's a lot of managers I'll take over Ange, that's for sure. I mean, he's factually now, not even just opinion, factually the worst manager in the Premier League history for Spurs. Points per game, he has the lowest out of any manager in the Premier League era. He's taken us into a relegation battle. We're sitting 15th. Look, our squad isn't great. I think it needs to be improved if we want to push for trophies and get better. But our squad shouldn't be 15th, and that's even with the injuries. So would I take Kompany? Honestly, it's kind of the same because Kompany, he's very similar to Ange in the sense that he's naive, high line, you know, doesn't want to adapt really. It's very similar, Liam. It's actually a really difficult one to answer. Usually saying, would I take the manager of Bayern Munich? It's an instant yes. Like if you guys still had Nagelsmann or a Hansi Flick or even Don Carlo, instant yes. But Kompany, I mean, it just shows you what's happened to Bayern. I mean, all those managers rejected you in the summer, ended up with Kompany. Would I take him over Ange? Probably, but for me, there's not really a lot in it, if I'm being honest.
No, I get you 1,000%. And the fact that you went into detail there shows me how crap Kompany actually is. You know what I mean? Because normally, again, like you just said yourself, for instance, if this was 2020 and then we did this show, and I said, "Would you take Hansi Flick?" I guarantee you're snapping my hand clean off. You know. But yeah, no, I'm still gobsmacked to this day why he's here. Like, you get relegated and then you get the Bayern job. But hey,
he's the only manager that's failed up. He's failed up. Like, when do you ever see it?
Mate, maybe, just maybe. Obviously, you don't want to see this, but maybe if you guys get relegated, maybe we get Ange. You know, it seems to be the way that we're doing that. You know.
Yeah.
But obviously, no, you don't want to get relegated, especially with that stadium. My word, could you imagine that in the Championship?
I'll tell you this, though. Like I've said this. Do I think we're getting relegated? No. I think in the end, compared to the teams right at the bottom, quality, I think, will shine through in the end. The cream rises to the top. It's just, everyone's talking about Man City, like, not getting top four. It's the same reason I think Man City will end up getting top four. Because I think quality-wise, they still have it. And the cream always rises to the top more often than not. But do we have to think about it? Yes. Of course we have to think about it. And I can't believe I'm saying Spurs relegation battle. I mean, I've seen some shit at this club, but this is the lowest of lows. And even thinking about a relegation, look, we're in the battle. I think we're going to lose on Sunday to Brentford. We'll be sinking deeper. So it's just problems. So we have to think about it. But in the end, do I think it will happen? Probably not. But if it did happen, my word. I mean, if it got rid of Levy, I'll take that. But at the same time, relegation.
Of course.
You just don't even want to think of the reality of it, to be honest.
Have Spurs ever been relegated? Do you know?
Not in the Premier League era, but before that, in '77, we were relegated.
Okay, so like Division 1 type.
Yes. Yeah.
No, I get you. But yeah, what do you think of? Obviously, I know that you know what you think of Ange and everything, but like, why do you think he hasn't been sacked yet? Because that's crazy. Tottenham being where they are is stupid. Like, we could take the piss. You don't win trophies.
Yeah.
Like, that stadium alone, $1 billion worth. I've been there. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Let me know, man. What do you think? Like, he's mad.
Well, I'm sure. Of course, you love the stadium. You put 7 past us a few years ago. Of course, you love it. So, but look. Why hasn't he been sacked yet? I think there's a couple of reasons. I think obviously this is very unusual. Like, for everything I say about Levy, he usually is very like he sacked Conte for being fourth. He sacked Mourinho just before a cup final. He sacked managers. Every manager at Tottenham has been sacked for less. Every single manager. We sack managers when they're fifth, sixth, around that area. That's when managers tend to get sacked at Tottenham. But with Ange, I think he's still in the job for a few reasons. One, I think it's because if he sacks Ange, there's no contingency plan. Like, there is no manager, after seeing how elite managers were screwed over, there's no way that Levy and the club will be able to get any competent manager to this club just because of their own doings, basically. It's their fault. And the other reason is I think that he's a yes man. I think that if you look at what he's saying in the press conferences, he's saying, they're trying to bring players in, blah, blah, blah. He's a yes man. And that's what the board love because it protects them. But then at the same time, I actually feel like it might be hurting them in the sense that the fans, we're starting to see action finally be taken. They're protesting, they're holding up banners in the stadium against Levy, which is what I've been calling for ages now. And whether it lasts remains to be seen. If we get a couple of wins, if we scrape our way to a Carabao Cup final next Thursday, maybe it will go away, and that's been proven in the past. But the noise is big. The noise is huge on the ownership. And with Ange, I think that I think that's helping the fans fuel that because he's a yes man. So Levy, if Ange was to turn on Levy, Levy would be able to say, okay, now I have a reason to sack him. Even though I think his reason to sack him is being 15th at the end of the day. But it's a very weird one with Ange. I think there's a few reasons. I think also the cups is a factor. I think the fact that he's still in all the cups, somehow we're in the Carabao Cup semi-final, FA Cup, Europa League, we got through in the round of 16 yesterday. So the cups are keeping him in the job. If we weren't in the cups, I think he probably would have been sacked by now. I think the cups, because of how poor we've been in the league, I would say if I was to put it down to a specific answer, the main factor is the cups as to why he hasn't been sacked. However, next week, that could all change very quickly. We've got Liverpool and Villa, one after another. If we go out of the two domestic cups, the season, all of us we've gone from saying we're in all the cups, now only the Europa League left, which I think is arguably the hardest one. So yeah, I think there's a few reasons, but even I'm surprised, even with that, because of how low we've dropped in the league. I actually thought after Leicester he might actually get sacked now, but they kept him still. So I don't know how long it's going to go on for, to be honest.
It's like a cat with 9 lives.
Yeah.
Quite literally. Yeah, no, I'm with you 1000%. And I feel like Ange, from what you're saying, obviously I don't know too much. Obviously, I like Ange, by the way. I actually really, really like Ange, but not necessarily because of what he's doing. I like that he's just very rash. When he comes out and he talks, you get these managers that they just talk waffle, and maybe he is one of those guys because I don't do press conference reactions or anything like that to him, but like in general, the interviews I've seen and so on, the guy seems very rash. But I do understand again, and generally when I was saying that I liked your stadium, I wasn't actually saying it because we piped you 7-2. Generally speaking, I wasn't. I went to not so a couple of years ago. I went for a stadium tour there because the family were going up for a trip and stuff. And that was my thing to do, and I went to that stadium in Chelsea Stadium, and man, beautiful. And then obviously I went there for the most recent game that we had together, the friendly, where obviously they tried to get Harry Kane to lift the frickin' trophy in that stadium. The fact that they even tried to do that is like blasphemy.
Oh man! But that friendly, that was because that was part of the Harry Kane deal, I'm sure.
It was. Yeah. So, there was, in that deal, obviously, because both of our teams go to Asia, obviously we played there, and then obviously we played in London, just to give you guys a bit more money, I guess.
Yeah. So Levy tries to milk money out of anywhere. Like, that's him, to be honest.
Did you climb up to touch the golden chicken, Liam? No, I didn't.
Well, you can do it. It's a skywalk. A skywalk FC.
I'm scared of heights, brother. You think I'm going up there, you got nothing coming. To touch a golden chicken, but it could have been a golden woman, bro. I'm still not going up there, quite literally. So, but yeah, on Mathys Tel, there's even news being pushed out now. Mathys Tel is no longer ruling out the possibility of staying at FC Bayern Munich after rejecting Tottenham today. Further talks are ongoing. It now depends on clubs interested, their projects and offers. So, yeah, it's a mad one. Obviously, Let's see what happens. But you know, it's just one of those situations. Where if obviously it's an if he's rejected you guys, but obviously it's an if. Where do you think would you have played him at striker? Because obviously you've got Dominic Solanke, haven't you? Like
Solanke's injured for 6 weeks or something.
Oh
now.
shit, is he out? Oh damn. Okay.
Yeah, he's injured. I mean, Richarlison can't stay fit, and I think just in general we need someone better up there. Is Tel the answer? I don't entirely know, but for like specifically the striker role, like does he have enough? Because he can play off the left as well. I don't know if he's the prolific kind of goal scorer we need long term up there. I think he's more of a versatile option rather than a natural number 9. But yeah, I think I would have taken him as a number 9. He can play left as well. I mean, I think he would have fitted him well, to be honest. I think that when you add a player of quality, I think it doesn't take a lot for them to fit in the team. So, yeah, I think for all the criticism I give Ange, his style is attacking, and I think obviously attacking players are gonna benefit from that. So, yeah, for me, Tel, I think he would have worked at Spurs for sure.
I actually think him and Son would have worked well as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they're just those type of flair type players. But what do you fucking hell, I can't speak. Do you think you'll get any player at all, or do you think it's just going to go? Because you've only got hours now, haven't you? It shuts tonight, if I'm right by saying.
No, it shut Monday.
Oh, it shuts Monday, does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I think we'll get more players? Well, they're talking about Tomori now, but I don't even know what's going to happen there. I mean, we do need another defender in, but God knows. I mean, they're saying that even he might reject us as well. So, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen there. But I'll tell you what's going to happen, right? We're going to get one more player, and it's going to be another stopgap loan like we've done for however many windows. Last year it was Werner. The year before it was Dan Juma. We always do it. There's always some loan stopgap that we always do.
Rashford?
Nah, we don't pay. We don't pay those wages. That's what holds us back for a lot of signings. That we don't. We're not. Our wage structure is a joke. Like we have, out of all the Premier League clubs, we have the lowest percentage of our revenue that goes on wages out of any Premier League club. That's why we wouldn't sign Rashford. Not that I'll take Rashford, no chance. But
yeah. No, I get you.
We wouldn't sign him for that reason. So I can see us getting some stopgap player on loan. I don't know who it is, but that's what it's gonna be. That's gonna be there's gonna be one more player coming in, and it's gonna be somebody like that.
Oh wow, yeah, you're not lying, bro. Not saying that you were, obviously, but
yeah.
Holy moly, Heung-min Son is only on £9 million.
Yeah. In comparison to other Premier League players, it's
right. Everybody that's watching this right now, that's in my community. Number one, go over to Charlie's channel and hit the damn subscribe button. But also, leave.
I've enlightened you on this club.
Leroy Sané is earning more money than Heung-min Son.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's not surprising. It's not surprising at all.
Wow.
This is what we do. This is what we do.
Sané is on 20 million.
Yeah, Son. I mean, Kai Havertz is on 250 at Arsenal or something. You've got it Sancho at Man United before he left was on like 300 grand a week, and then you got Son, who is a legend, a Premier League legend, a club legend, on that money, which obviously in the grand scheme of things it is big money. And Son earns a lot from sponsorships and stuff because of who he is and stuff. But But yeah, for the wages, I mean Mickey van der Ven, who is a really good signing that we've made recently. He's on 40 grand a week.
Wow.
Van der Ven's on 40 grand a week, yeah.
Man said, click one thing. Man said, why am I not shocked? Yeah, 100.
Yeah.
There's the link. I'm about to put it in there. You can click that, or it's in the title. Go sub. Big up to everybody. But yeah, like I didn't realize it was that bad. Obviously, again, he's still earning nearly 10 million. That's crazy money. But in general,
of course,
when you look at other
terms,
facts. And it's that's actually kind of crazy. Well, what do you think of like your players though? Like in general, like do you feel like because of the money and because of what's happening right now and so on, do you think people will leave?
I think we have to think about it because look at Kane. Obviously, Kane went to you guys. Yeah, I think Romero's going to leave in the summer. I think that's the first out of this current crop. I think that's the first player we're going to lose in the summer. I think soon you'll see a Van der Ven leave. You'll see probably a Porro or a Vicario as well leave. I think you'll see those players leave. I think you'll see even a Madison, a Kulu. I think those players might start to look at it as well. So yeah, no, this is what always happens at Spurs under this current ownership. We produce some good players, and then because the club doesn't have ambition, they end up trying to leave, like Modric, like Kane, like Bale, like all of these guys. It's the same rinse and repeat cycle at this club. And unfortunately, it's not going to change until we have a change of ownership. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Because Daniel Levy doesn't own the club, does he?
Well, he part owns it, but it's him. He runs it. He runs it.
Yeah, he runs it. Club,
and in general, he's employed by the company that owns the majority stake, which is ENIC. So it's basically one. But officially separated. It's kind of strange. Yeah.
Because we can do a deal if you want, bro. Like, we take Van der Ven and we give you Eric Maldini, bro.
Give him back to us. No, that was the buy one get one free gift from Kane. Like, you can't just give him back. Buy one get one free for Kane at the end of the day.
All right, you buy Kane back then, and you get him back.
Oh, I mean, no, Dyer. He left like 5 years too late, or like even 8 years too late. Honestly, like,
could you imagine him in this system as well with that high line?
Oh god! I mean, well, we saw it when he was here for 6 months when we had those injuries. He played a few games and we saw it. So
mad, absolutely mad.
But enjoy Dyer for the rest of the season.
To be fair, I'm not gonna lie. There's been some bozo moments, of course, but he's actually doing good for us. And he was actually really good last season, obviously with Thomas Tuchel.
With de Ligt. Which I don't know why you guys sold de Ligt, especially with your centre back pairing now. Like de Ligt was amazing for you guys, especially in the Champions League. But this is the thing with Dyer. I'm not saying Dyer in the whole game he's like terrible. Dyer has a lot of these games where he'll look good for 90 minutes. He'll be like defending well, and then he just has that one just absolute shit show moment, and it just costs the whole game. He's got that
bozo gene.
Yeah, it's the bozo gene. Like he'll be playing well, and then he'll just do something. And then they score, the other team. Always with Dyer.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. I generally feel like that's all of our defenders, though. Like, him and Jay has that both.
Upamecano.
Upa, he has that without a doubt. Obviously, we've got Stanisic and Ito, but we haven't necessarily seen them play at that position. So, yeah, it's one of those. What do you think of Harry Kane, though? Like, obviously, I know you love Harry Kane. You know, it would be stupid to say otherwise. But, like, for him coming to Bayern and then obviously not winning a trophy, obviously people can laugh or whatever. But, like, in general, obviously he left you to win trophies, you know?
Yeah.
And then, like, do you just find that, like, comical that he didn't win?
I think with Kane, first of all, obviously I have massive respect for Kane, but I'll tell you this, I'm not one of these fans that is, like, still, like, when Kane's left, he's not our player at the end of the day. I don't have any attachment left to him. Obviously, I respect what he's done and him being a club legend. I fully respect that. But I don't have the attachment that a lot of Spurs fans have. Because for me, when a player leaves, he's not our player at the end of the day. And we can't live in the past. We have to focus on what we need to do as a club, not just focus on the past and stuff. So for me, look, obviously I respect him. But yeah, look, I'll say this, though. I still respect him because he's at Bayern. If he went to another Premier League club, believe me, he is dead. He's dead to me. Like, I would be like, no, like, forget it. A lot of Spurs fans love Poch. To me, Poch is Judas. He went to Chelsea. You can't go to Chelsea and be considered a Spurs icon at the end of the day. You just, in my mind anyway. So yeah, with Kane, it's interesting because obviously he didn't win last season, which was quite funny because I thought you guys win the Bundesliga, but even that didn't happen. And if he doesn't win, look, I think you'll win it this season. But if he doesn't, I mean, you have to think of like what is wrong with Kane. Like, I don't really believe in the curse thing, but I think with Kane, if he doesn't win this season, you have to question it. You really do.
No,
so
I'm with you.
yeah, no, look, enjoy Kane. Look, he'll bag you 30, 40 goals a season. But look, we at the end of the day with Kane, he didn't want to leave Spurs. He said that in an ideal world, he'd want to stay. As long as the club show ambition, which is obviously not what we do under this ownership. So that's why he left. And look, he's at Bayern, where I think no doubt he's going to win a trophy at the end of the day.
Yeah, maybe even this season with the Bundesliga. We'll see. I have to see what happens. I never understood the Poch propaganda. Never understood it.
Yeah, and you have to remember as well, Poch, since leaving Spurs, what's he really done? If we're being honest, like he hasn't really shot up many trees. I know he won like Liga with PSG, but like he hasn't shot up many trees. If we're being really honest, so that's how I see it.
What's that say?
Big up Anthony.
Big up, man. Man said, "Hey Charlie, if you want Tomori at Spurs, you can have him if Levy is willing to pay 25 to 30 million."
Well, apparently they've reached an agreement, but apparently the player is going to reject it. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, that's the same. That's the same with us.
Yeah,
we reached.
Yeah, Anthony. Apparently, our clubs have agreed a deal, but apparently the players doesn't want to join us. It seems so.
Do you find it like? Obviously, you're not going to find it crazy because of what's happening at the club, of course. And players are obviously going to see what's happening and be like, they either want in the mission or they don't want in the mission. But like as a whole, you have had some like crazy players sign for you. Like I've always rated is it Kulusevski? I can't say his name.
Kulusevski, yeah.
Yeah, him. I've always rated him when he was at Juventus. He was a really good player. And then obviously Human's son played for Bayern Leverkusen. And I really wanted him, but obviously at that time we had Ribery and Robben, and it was just never going to happen. But like you have had some big players join your club, like even Maddison. You know, like, I've always rated Maddison. Like, so you do pull these players, but like, what do you think of? Do you think you've still got that pull in that aspect?
Well, I think if you look, we have signed some top players. However, if you actually look at it, we've signed them before they come top players. So with Son, he was very good at Leverkusen, but he wasn't world class. He has been.
Very good point.
When we signed Modric, we signed him from Zagreb when he was very young. When we signed players like Vertonghen, Alderweireld, Dembele, we got them before they exploded, basically. And that came down to recruitment because we used to have a sporting director in Paul Mitchell who was brilliant. I know he went to Leipzig and did well there as well. He left because he got sick of Levy. And then since then, really, the recruitment's massively gone downhill. And in terms of like your question about the pool, I mean, we've seen it happen with Tel. I mean, I'll say with Tel, I never thought he was coming to Spurs. As soon as this came out, I was like, yeah, he's not coming. I knew he wasn't coming. So I'm annoyed at the club because obviously Tel, I mean, why would he join us? Because we're in freefall at the moment. Like I don't blame Tel for not joining us, but it just shows why, first of all, we got ourselves in this position as a club to the point where players wouldn't want to join us right now. I mean, why would top players want to join us in the January window when we're sat 15th? But I'm annoyed at the club for, again, waiting 30 odd days to basically make any move for players apart from Kinski, who we signed at the start of the window. Waiting 30 odd days, pissing about as usual when we had an injury crisis, and then going for a player that clearly was never going to come to us. And now it's all gone public. Oh, he's rejected us and stuff. So now it just puts us in the mud and sets us up for all the banter and everything, which, look, is expected. But it's the club doing it again. Why? How could they once think that Tel was going to join Spurs? For me. So for me, it's just really annoying that we went in for him because it was never going to happen, in my opinion. And ultimately, we've put ourselves in this situation. So yeah, at the moment, I don't. If there's top players, I mean, why would they join Spurs? Like, there's no reason because the club doesn't have the ambition to be a football club, basically. At the end of the day, so yeah, that's my take on it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. And obviously, like I said, you're going to know a lot more than me, of course. You know, I only see what most people see. You know, so it is what it is. Big up Touchline. How you doing, G? I said new green screen background. Yeah, 1000%. Hey Charlie, any hopes to win the Europa League?
So this is an interesting conversation. So the Europa League, I think obviously the benefit this season is that teams don't drop out of the Champions League. So
yes,
the tournament's a lot more open than it has been in previous years. I said at the start of the season, squad-wise, I think we have a chance. Not super likely or anything, but I think we're one of a few teams that might potentially have a chance of getting it. The problem with the Europa League is obviously the injury situation. We have made it into the top 8, which was good, which we needed to do. But my worry with the Europa League is I think it's open. I do think the competition's open this year, which I guess technically gives us a chance. But I'm worried Ange is going to fuck it because Ange has proven he doesn't want to adapt. He doesn't want to change it. And he's wide open at the back. He doesn't want to manage the game. In Europe, over 2 legs, you need to manage a game. And I'm worried what's going to happen is we're going to come up against a team that has a manager that just susses us out and just bang, hits us. And just like that, we're out. We could see it in the round of 16, potentially Real Sociedad or Galatasaray we could be facing. I think either of those teams could do it. We've already played Galatasaray once this season. So, and look, you look at it, Lazio, Bilbao, I think are very good teams as well. So, look, with the Europa League, I'm not holding my breath whatsoever. I don't think we're going to win it, but I think that there is an opening there. And maybe with a different manager, I'd be more optimistic. But yeah, on paper, squad-wise, yeah, there is a chance. But I'm worried tactically. We're gonna screw it up. That's my worry. So let's see. I think it's open this year, but I wouldn't hold too many hopes, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah, right. You could get Real Sociedad, who probably are going to go through against I don't know how
Midtjylland.
Yeah,
I think, yeah.
Bro, there's too many letters there for my little brain. And then Galatasaray, bro. To be honest with you, I think it's going to be difficult for both United and Tottenham, whoever gets who. To be honest, because Real Sociedad aren't a terrible team.
Well, they're inconsistent, but the Spanish teams are always really good in Europe. Always really good.
Yeah. No, facts. They are. And that's why I, wait, what's this? Bayern were determined to complete a deal with Tottenham, but Tel told the club's officials that if his only 2 options were to sign for Spurs or stay at Bayern, then he would like to stay. He's expected to be in the squad tomorrow. There you go. There's breaking news right there for you guys. 15 seconds ago that came out.
Do you think he's going to stay now, Liam?
Mate, to be honest with you, I feel like we need to... Do you watch WWE or not?
Nah, not right. I know about it. I don't really watch it.
So basically, there's this champion at the moment, right? He's called Gunter. And what he likes to do is, when people used to do the chops where they slap him on the chest?
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
RKO.
Yeah, I need him to walk into that dressing room and do that to everyone because I don't know what's going on, especially company. So do I think he's going to stay? If United are pushing for a loan move, I can see him going there. Depends what they're going to do and if they can do it and blah, 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 blah. But do I want him to stay 1,000%? I'm fuming in the aspect that he's even linked out. Like, we got this new goalkeeper, Orbig, and he was deemed, or is deemed, is deemed to be the next Neuer. So he's going to learn from them.
Wait, you got a new keeper. What about Nubel? I thought he was really good.
Yeah, no. He's going to be sold.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, like Manuel Neuer was not necessarily in on the signing, but like he is accepting of it. He might even give up some game time for this keeper, blah, 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 which is obviously a good sign, which I'm here for. I don't know why we're not doing the same with Kane. Like, you can tell me this yourself. I've seen it as well. Of course, has Harry Kane got inconsistencies? Yeah, everybody does as a human being. But, like, generally speaking, Harry Kane is one of the best strikers I've ever seen. Generally. People can look at his trophy cabinet and laugh and all of this and all of that. But as a striker that scores goals...
As an all-round footballer, he's amazing. All-round game, he's amazing, Kane.
Like, why are we not trying to mold Mathys Tel into a Harry Kane type player, or even take some of his qualities, take his shooting if you can, and his penalties. I rarely see him miss a penalty. Obviously, there's that one for England, which everyone likes to talk about, but England is shit as a whole. But like, I don't know if he's missed a penalty for Bayern. Generally, he is, and obviously, I don't know. Did he miss many penalties when he was with you?
He missed one at Spurs, I remember, against Southampton, but we were already 4-1 up in that game. So,
okay.
Apart from that, and he missed one against Frankfurt in the Champions League 2 seasons ago, but we won that game, so it didn't cost us.
Matter.
Yeah. It was he missed one against Frankfurt, so yeah, that was the recent one.
But he rarely misses penalties, which is mad.
But he also scored one in that game as well. He scored one and then missed one in that game. So
did he go the same way? Do you know or not?
No. The first one the one he missed was like he blazed it over. It was over.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, he just hit it too hard then.
Yeah.
No 100. But yeah, that's generally what I want to see. What's it say? Don't think Spurs could beat Frankfurt. Really, Spurs only.
Oh, was that for Europa League? Yeah, I think Frankfurt without Marmouche, that's going to be a blow to them. So.
Oh, big one. That guy. I have all due respect for that guy, but at the same time, he is an idiot because he is chasing Harry Kane's for the top goal scorer record. And cool, maybe he win a trophy with Man City, but what is he going to win with Man City? I don't see them winning a trophy this season.
Yeah, but City will be back next season. They'll be back.
Yeah, I guess if you put it in that aspect.
But yeah, I think with this, Frankfurt, if we played them, that's a very difficult team, and I could easily see us losing. I can easily see us losing to Galatasaray or Sociedad, who we're probably going to play in the last 16 easily. I think we need to hope for some luck at the end of the day. And that's what we're going to, on Thursday, in the biggest game of the season, to maybe go to a cup final. We need massive luck. We need everything to go our way at Anfield. I know we've got a 1-0 lead, but that's a really very difficult game.
Yeah, it's not the biggest lead either, is it?
No, 1-0. It's nothing going to Anfield.
I guess the only thing you can really prey on is the fact that they did lose the game the other day.
Yeah, but they played their kids. They rested.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah. They did, which is actually kind of crazy because they're probably doing that to then go against you guys.
Yeah.
Rest the good players to then. Yeah, that's crap. That's mad actually when you deep that. Mate, I can't have Arne Slot winning the treble, bro. That would be nuts. In current form, could Tel join the French squad? Not right now, no. Not right now, no. Could he do it? 1000%, but not right now. Not right now. Kane doesn't want to get cursed like Harry. Yeah, but if you become half the player that Harry Kane is, madness. Liam, where can I watch the Royal Rumble? Netflix. It's on Netflix. Depending on where you are in the world. If you're in the US, it will be wherever they do it in the US. But worldwide, I'm pretty sure it's Netflix, mate. Netflix. And if you want to watch the reaction and watch a watch along with it, go over to Zia Talks or TBV Sports. I think 10 is joining us as well for that, if I'm right by saying. So, yeah, there we go. Nubble is dead. Yeah, Nubble is dead food. He's crap. People pissed about 60 million. Absolutely disgusting behavior from Bayern football. Oh yeah, don't even worry about those idiots, mate. To be honest with you, they are the same people that compared Iron Robin to Sane. Like, come on now. Like, Iron Robin could have generally scored more goals with his weak foot, which is known for being shit.
Liam, I'll say this. Do you know what you guys need to do? If you're not going to sign a winger, you need to bring back Brian Zaragoza. That's what you need to do. I'm telling you, baller.
He doesn't speak German, mate. That's the thing that's going around in the media.
Seriously? Oh man.
Yeah.
He's quality. No, he's quality.
I'm gonna ask you this, yeah, and I'm not generally, like, I am taking the piss, but I don't mean it in a bad way.
Okay, go for it.
Harry Kane can't even speak English. If you're talking about the King's English, the Queen's English, whatever you want to say, he can't even speak it because he's got the lisp. So
can he speak German? Yeah. Do you know?
Do you think he can speak German?
I don't know.
One of the hardest languages to speak. Can't even speak English, brother. How the hell is he going? Like, no chance. That ain't happening. So, like, I don't get it. It makes no sense. And you also don't play football with your freaking mouth. Like, what's he gonna do? Hit the ball in the net with his tongue or something? What? Like, I don't get it. And also, we've had Spanish players in the past. Thiago, Xabi Alonso. Like,
Yeah, what's the issue with Zaragoza? Like,
I just think they're idiots, mate, to be honest with you. I feel bad for him, to be honest, as well, because last season, Kingsley Coman got injured. And we rushed him. We already bought him, but loaned him back. And he was doing okay in Spain. And then we brought him back and didn't play him at all, basically. And then we pushed him out on loan this season, and he's obviously ripped it up.
Yeah, he was at Granada last season.
Yeah.
And because they lost him, they got relegated because they lost him.
Yeah, because they lost him. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, he would have been that spark. And obviously he single-handedly beat Barca, who single-handedly destroyed us. You know, so I don't know. I don't get it, mate, to be honest with you. The club just moves backwards every day, I swear. Because we're now looking to loan out our young left back, Adam Ajnu, Moroccan. The guy sometimes benches Mazraoui. So if he's benching Mazraoui for his national team, surely he's got something about him, you know? Like, I've got Mazraoui on the brain now. Zaragoza can't speak English either, so it makes communicating with him tough. Brother, surely, like, he will understand when to run, when not to run, who to pass to.
Yeah,
we wear different color shirts. Like, we're not wearing the same shirts. Like, come on, man. You can't tell me there's nobody in that whole squad that doesn't speak Spanish. Surely someone's got to. Surely Rafael. What did they speak in Portugal?
Portuguese.
Portuguese. Is that similar to Spanish or not?
No, it's not.
No,
it's not.
Oh no, the Brazilians speak Portuguese, don't they?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Surely there's someone though that can speak it. Like, come on, man. If not, bring someone in that can then, if that's the case, to get the best out of him, even if it's an old player. You know, it just makes no sense. I don't get it. And I'm with you 1,000%, mate, but I think we're going to sell him because we're donkeys. And we're still going to give game time to Finnish ballers. Like, would you take any of the Three Stooges? I mean...
Who are the three?
There you go. They're the three.
Yeah, I'll take all of them ahead of Werner, Johnson, Richarlison. I'll take all of them ahead of those guys.
Zia, bro, I need that Saudi money, man. Let's get them over to Tottenham, brother.
Yeah, I'll ahead of a lot of what we've got. I would take them ahead of what we've got, but that's not saying a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, 100. Man said, Scripted Data said, teach him gang signs or something. Can't be hard to communicate on the pitch. Yeah, again, you're playing football with your feet, not with your mouth. You know, again, I understand communication is key, but like, it's just so dumb. It makes no sense. I've got so many good players as well. Paul Vanna, he's out at Heidenheim. He's not doing as good now, but start of the season he was doing really, really good.
Have you guys just signed Bischoff at Hoffenheim? Yeah. No, he looked good against us when we beat Hoffenheim.
Did you play him? Did you? Oh,
yeah. We played them. We beat in the Europa League. Yeah, we beat them 3-2. He was good though. He played well in that game.
Was he their spark? Do you think?
Yeah, 100%.
Interesting. See, I again, you can never go off of clips, and all I've seen is clips. So, but yeah, it's actually kind of crazy. We absolutely pumped them, and then he signed that same day.
That's mad.
How disrespectful.
Did you see the Kramaric interview for Hoffenheim after that game?
No.
Kramaric. He was like, if I say what I want to say, I'm going to get the biggest fine in Bundesliga history or something.
To be fair, he's never liked us. He always bangs goals in against us. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
How come Lille destroyed Feyenoord and you guys drew with them? Just lack of finishing. We didn't drew with them, man. They smashed us 3-0. Tom is incredible, man. You mean lost? Yeah. But football and matches and so on, And I generally feel like, you know, it'll be crazy to say this, but I generally feel like if we were to go against Tottenham, obviously Charlie's going to say we're going to beat them. I get it. We already have this season in the pre-season. Woo! But like, it don't mean nothing.
It's pre-season. Yeah,
Vincent Kompany overlooks everyone. I don't know why he does it. You know, he did it with Aston Villa. They beat us. Unai Emery just literally held on, and then Duran scored.
I'll tell you who you would beat. You beat Arsenal. You always beat them.
Oh yeah, and we actually could get them in the thing as well.
Yeah. But this is what it is, right? With Bayern, it's like no matter because last season was like the worst Bayern team for ages. It was the best Arsenal team for ages. Yet you still beat them over 2 legs. And I was like,
football heritage.
Football heritage. And by the way, I predict when everyone was saying Arsenal were going to smash, I predicted Bayern would beat them. I said that at the time, so I knew it. So
the only thing that was scaring me was the fact that we had Tuchel.
Yeah.
But other than that, I agree 1,000%. You know, Arsenal just don't have that heritage. You know, they went to the final and then lost their best player to that team that would beat them. You know, so was that Turbo Timo to Bayern? Here we go. No thanks.
But Liam, you would beat us now. 100% you'd beat us. Like not even a question.
Do you think we'd smash you?
Yeah, you'd smash us.
It's just Liam, you could probably get Barca in the quarters or semi. Excited for that. No. We won't get Barca. They're on the other route.
Well, that hasn't been determined yet. You'll have Liverpool or Barcelona on your side.
Oh yeah. I don't want Liverpool. My word. Hey, the way I'm seeing it at this point, mate, to be honest with you, and you'll get this because you're a content creator as well. I'm just here for the content now. Like we're so trash. Like I'm gonna try and get a Celtic fan on.
You could be Spurs. Like trust me, it's worse. Like when you have an ownership that don't look like they're leaving and are continuing to make us worse. And I say with Spurs, right? A lot of people say like, oh, I see a lot of Spurs fans saying, oh, we've hit rock bottom and stuff. I've said this. What I've learned very recently, actually, is there is no rock bottom. There is no rock bottom. When you think it can't get worse, believe me, it does. Believe me. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mad.
Believe me.
How huge though, brother? Because if he's massive, I won't be able to get him on. Look. But yeah, we'll obviously sort something anyway. But what do you think for the rest of the season, then, mate? What are you hoping for?
Well, obviously, I'm hoping for a trophy. That's what I hope for every year. I've been saying for the last few years that if we don't win a trophy, it's failure again, because we're on the longest trophy drought in the history of the club, and it hasn't got better. And each year that passes, it gets worse and it gets more embarrassing for us. So for me, obviously, what I'm hoping for is a trophy. I'll take any of the trophies, even if it is the Carabao Cup. Taking that all day long. I don't care. Like, I'm starving out here, you know. But yeah, for me, look, I gave up. I know the league, look, everyone's saying the league's done now, but I said to everyone the league was done in October. I said that's when I thought the league was done. So for me, just don't get relegated, which again, I can't believe I'm even talking about that. And win one of the trophies. Yeah. That's what I'm hoping for. But will it happen? That's a totally different conversation.
Do you, again, not to be that guy. Hey, big up Football Carnage, man. Big up every single time, Reggie. Do you feel like you shouldn't have sacked Mourinho when you did?
100%. I mean, what club sacks a manager, one of the greatest managers at winning cups, 6 days before a cup final? Who does that?
I actually think you would have won that as well, by the way.
I'm not saying we would have won it, but we would have had a better chance if we didn't have
Mourinho.
Yeah,
Mourinho. If he gets you to the final, most of the time he wins you it. He's that shithouse type manager, you know.
His record. I know he was on his way down when he was at Spurs, like as a manager, but it's a final. Mourinho is one of your best bets at winning a final. It doesn't matter where he is in his career. What club sacks him 6 days before the final, man? Like, honestly.
Yeah, that in itself is mad.
It just proves to you that the club isn't prioritizing football. It's what I've been saying for so long. It's that football isn't their priority. They're more worried about the hotel they're building and the events, the entertainment corporation at the stadium. And then what it's done is that it's brainwashed a lot of our fan base into lowering the standards every year and thinking that we're now just this, oh, look, I'm being entertained. Look, the beer comes up from the bottom. Oh, look, entertainment. Oh, like that's what they've done. They're brainwashing the fan base. So what it's doing is now a lot of the newer fans, like the new generation of Tottenham fans, believe that we don't have history, that believe we've never won a trophy, which obviously rival fans will say that even though it's not true. Of course we've won trophies. We won a lot of trophies in our history. Yeah. I don't care what people say. But
just not recently,
just not recently. But what the club are doing is this new generation of fans are going to think that we're not the club that we used to be, which is a lot more successful than it is now. And then that means the standards gets lowered and there's not pressure on the board. That's what they're trying to do. It's brainwashing.
1,000. What does I say? Would you rather go trophyless or we? If that's meaning like Liga is in the French league, yeah, I'm obviously taking it, but obviously you can't win that because we're not.
Does it mean League One? I mean, we'd have to get relegated twice. I mean, League One, Jesus.
Oh shit! I didn't even. I read that as Liga. Damn. Yeah, I think they're going trophyless, mate, because then they're at least in the Premier League. Raw. that would not be good. Put it that way. That is under the Championship.
Yeah.
What's I say? I'm 30 and I've seen Spurs win one title. Man.
Yeah, it just shows you. It just shows you what's happened.
In 2007, 2008, wasn't it?
2008, yeah. But this is what's happened to the club, right? Before Enoch and Levy took over, Spurs, I think we averaged throughout our whole history, we averaged a trophy. On average, we won a trophy every 5 years. On average. Since they've come in, we've won one trophy in 25 years. And this is the longest time we've been without a trophy in the entire history of the club. So that to me says it all.
Hey mate, it could get worse, mate. You could win a treble of Champions Leagues in the 70s and then wait 25 years to win another one, mate.
Well, at least you have 3 of them. I mean, it's more than what I've seen. I mean,
yeah.
So
true. All right, good point. What's to say? I'm delighted that we didn't waste 60 million on Tel. He's average at the moment. We need ready-made, top quality immediately. Big up, man.
Big up to Kavinsky. Yeah, he's one of the viewers on my channel. Yeah, I think I agree. We need ready-made quality, but I don't think Tel's average. I think he's still a bit raw, but like I said, I think he's a very good player, and I think he's ready to come in and would add more to what we have at the moment.
I'm with you, man. I can't disagree. He needs a game time. I've been saying this in the last couple of streams. I know that obviously the manager likes to pick the 11, blah 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 blah, tactics wise, whatever. But if I was the owners or whatever of Bayern Munich, I would literally say to him like, if you don't rate Mathys Tel and you want to sell him, company, then just give him 10 games. Doesn't matter who the opponent is. It could be Celtic, it could be Barca, it could be freaking anyone. Give him 10 games and play him consistently and then see if he's good enough. If he's then still crap, then get rid of him. But this is the problem. Even in this fan base as a whole, big up, Mike. How you doing, my G? Like, as a whole, it's just so jarring because it's like they just give him like 10 minutes here and there. And then even people in my community are like, yeah, but he's not good enough, is he? So why are we going to play him over Coman? It's like, Coman's crap. Like, with all due respect, he's terrible. Has he been a proven winner? Yeah. He won us a Champions League and everything. Coman
won a league title in every season of his career until Harry Kane came along.
Yeah. But like, even in that, like, he's terrible and he's washed. He needs to go, you know? But hey, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. Again, big up, my bro. How you doing? What does it say? You want ready-made players. You gotta pay big money, not peanuts. Facts. No disrespect to Tel, but if Bayern are willing to sell him, that says it all to me. No. You're getting the wrong end of the stick here, bro. Generally, it's not that we are willing to sell him because he's crap. We are willing to sell him because we're not giving him game time and he's forcing his way out. That's what that is. basically put it this way: we've got Leroy Sané, Serge Gnabry, and Kingsley Coman all on really big money, so they have to play. As soon as they leave, then that's when we see what happens. But yeah, no, it's not that sort of issue, mate. Gyökeres has a 58 million release clause. But with all due respect, will he come to you?
Gyökeres, I'm a huge fan of. I think he's unbelievable. But yeah, he's not coming to Spurs. And again, we've put ourselves in this position. It's all been self-inflicted by design as to why these players won't come to us. We've put ourselves there. That's just what it is. It's about ambition.
Yeah, no, 1,000. What do you think of this? Daniel Levy didn't want to pay Jose Mourinho his win bonus.
Yeah, this is true.
Is it also true that sorry man, is it also true that the night before at the hotel before the Champions League, he gave the whole team runner up?
Yeah. What he gave them a watch. It says Champions League finalist. I'm like, wait till after the game if you're gonna do that. This is what I'm saying. This guy, Daniel Levy, I've said this. People might disagree with me. From a business side, he's taken Spurs financially to a very, very good situation compared to what it was before. So from the business side, he has done a good job in securing the club financially. But footballing, he has failed to the highest capacity. And I will even go as far to say he is the worst owner in the league. One of the worst owners in the world from a footballing point of view, which is what we are. We're a football club at the end of the day. Yeah. So that's what you judge it off. And he has failed to the highest capacity. And because he's only doing 50% of his job, doing well on the business side, but failing on the football, that means overall he's failing because he's not doing all of his job at the end of the day. So
I do find that crazy as a whole, though, because like, if you actually deep it, obviously you've just said what you said, but like if you actually deep that, you have AJ fights at your stadium.
We have everything. You know? We have Joshua fights,
NFL,
NFL boxing,
Tyson Fury,
we have rugby, we have concerts, we have F1 at the bottom. We're this is the thing, right? They're sucking the football identity out of the club. They are diminishing all of our history. Like you go to the stadium, there's no statues. They're trying to remove all of our history. And a lot of the fan base has accepted it for so long. They've accepted it. We haven't done enough to force them. Not because look, I'm not saying if you kind of did stuff, it would force them out, but it would put pressure on them. It might force them into maybe doing a few things differently. Maybe we don't know because we haven't tried. So yeah, everything's wrong. Everything is wrong at Spurs. And like I said, I don't see how it changes until the thing with Spurs at the moment is under the current ownership, the most we can hope for is by nicking a cup here or there. That's the most we can hope for. And even that's a stretch. And that's where we're at the moment. And it's frustrating, man.
Yeah, I can't say yes or no to that because obviously I'm not in your position, but I can see how it's frustrating. And you know, let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. But yeah, big up to everybody. What's this alien? By the way, Tal basically said if it's only was Spurs, he's staying. Tal basically confirmed he's staying at Bayern. He didn't, brother.
Well, actually, it's just come out now. Tottenham agreed terms with Tel and his representatives, but he ultimately decided he didn't want to leave Bayern.
Yeah, that's literally the thing. And I said this before all of the big news of them looking to sell him. I said, bro, please walk into whoever's office and just pull the freaking what's that? Wolf of Wall Street fucking rant. I'm not fucking leaving. Because if he don't, they will push him out. And that's what they tried to do by pushing him to Spurs, you know? Which sucks. It really, really does suck. You know, from a Bayern Munich perspective. But yeah, there we go, people. There we go. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Yeah, 1000%, bro. I'm not in leaving. I'm with you. 1000. Big up to everybody. Hopefully everyone is doing A-OK on this fine Friday night. 18 people in here. That should be 18 new subscribers. I know that there are various people here from Charlie's channel. So if you are here from Charlie's channel, big up to you. But if you are, in the Bayern community and in this community as a whole, please go over and hit subscribe button to Charlie's channel. Always making content. He did hit 1K, which big up to you for that, bro. Yeah, man, the 1K is the hardest thing to hit. Now you're just going to continuously to grow. And I could tell you that from experience. I never thought I was going to hit 1,000, and now I'm on 4,000 and something. Mad, crazy.
Yeah, no, I hope so. I really hope so.
So, big up to you, bro. Big up to you, 1,000%. Thank you for coming on as well, man.
Yeah, anytime. Look, I'd love to be back on the Bayern View as soon as possible. Really good channel. Good Bayern Munich content. I love tuning in when you guys lose. It's hilarious. I love tuning in. I watch even if I can't watch live, I'll usually watch on playback as well. So yeah, no, look, Liam, big up for having me on. Yeah, looking forward to the next one. Like I said, you're more than welcome on No Filter FC anytime.
Whenever you need me, bro, if I'm free.
100%. Yeah, and anyone in the chat that hasn't already, please do subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to keep it growing, and of course, subscribe to the Bayern View if you haven't already for the best Bayern Munich content out there. So yeah, Bayern fans enjoy Eric Dyer. That's my message to you.
This man just dropped some gospel and then thought that. That's mad. That's crazy. But yeah, big up to everybody. Hopefully everyone is doing it okay. I'm going to send you over to Josh's channel, True Guno. He's doing his podcast. Just go and tell them that they're bottlers or something. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, go and tell them that something they don't want to hear, that little old Spurs, who are apparently so much smaller than them, have more European history than them. That's what you can tell them.
But yeah, big up, man. And yeah, we're out of here. Peace, people. Peace.